Welcome boys and girls, welcome to my 1000 plus free-to-play orb summoning video where I will be dropping over 1000 orbs that I've earned since I've started my secondary account in Fire Emblem Heroes. I started this account as a way to view the beginning of the game with the hindsight and all the game knowledge I've accumulated since launch. My goal is to make a tutorial series with this account based on how noobs might see the game and what they should consider, but I decided to not do that because the game is changing so quickly, and I've got some other ideas anyways, so go ahead and subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything, and it makes me happy, and also it's my birthday. Anyways, do you have any idea how long it takes to use 1000 orbs? It takes a long ass time, so let's go ahead and get started. This is obviously voiced over, and it's not going to be my live reaction. Notice that everything's at like 400% speed. Who really has 2 hours to listen to me complain about how bad my luck is in this game? The entire thing is going to play out pretty quickly like this until a certain time, which I'll put on the screen if you want to skip to that. And I will get even lazier in my editing in just a few minutes, so I'm going to also throw out a quick epilepsy warning because there will be some flashing lights, and I do not want anyone to die while watching this. So I used about 1,100 orbs actually, which if you buy orbs with money at the best bulk deal you can do, it would cost about $600. And I really wish I can cash that in, but I'll take the legendary Roys instead. Oh, and I didn't really talk about what my goals were yet. I wanted to save these orbs so I can summon on a huge legendary banner, try to get a bunch of new characters or something. I previously, about a month or so, I was planning on using these orbs on the last banner. I think I had about 700 of them, but I did not like the characters that were featured, so I held off. And I am very glad that I did that because Roy is busted. I'm going to try to snipe Roy on this banner, and at the beginning I also go for a couple of greens because I really wanted to beef up my Surtur a little bit. He has minus HP. My Surtur that I have has minus HP, which unfortunately is Super Bane, so by just merging one more Surtur, I gain 5 HP in one attack, which is pretty nice. So at this point in the game, it's pretty important for me to get some strong units, more so than in the beginning, because you don't really need but even 4-star units to beat a lot of the beginning content of the game, but I haven't pushed how far I can go in the arena yet, as I've pretty much only been grinding to get a stronger roster and just to get orbs, but hopefully soon I can get into tier 20 fairly easily, hopefully, and then, I don't know, we'll see 21 if that's too much of a stretch, but. So the difference between my old account and this one is my old one has a huge roster of characters, maybe like 100 5-star units. And I only got 2 that are plus 10 and a couple that are like plus 4 or 5 or something. This account, I only had 26 5-star units before I started summoning on this banner. My other account's kind of bad because I've put orbs into banners before with lower chances of getting units, and it's only really worth it if you're going to get multiple of the same character that you can merge, or even that you can build with an optimal skill set. I was a sucker for every new banner that came out, like Crom with the bunny hat, yes please. Naked Robin with a spear, here's 100 orbs. The best advice to give to any new player probably would be to save your orbs for a nice legendary banner. Unless they want to collect characters, kind of like, I guess, what I was doing before. I was really interested in, the new characters that came out, and I just wanted to get one of every event. Like, if there's Christmas event, I'm like, oh, I want to get at least one Christmas character from this year, and I didn't realize that eventually you can get them later, so they weren't completely exclusive to just that season, that year. Anyways, yeah, it depends on if you want to collect, or if you want to be able to beat all the game modes and dominate your foes in PvP modes, then hold off on them orbs. And honestly, if I save these orbs for another year, there's probably going to be, at that point, a colorless flying armored dragon with distant counter built into the weapon and not weak to bows or armor slayers. But yeah, that's my advice. And hopefully now, with a well-built character, I can find friends, and my impression for them isn't just a legendary Ryoma with summoner support, no merges, because no one's accepting my friend requests, almost no one is. It's about halfway done with all my summoning. I had about 5 Hrids, 4 Micaiahs, and only 1 Roy, and I was about shitting my pants. I can't believe I spent all these orbs that I've collected for so long, and I've been holding off for so long, and I wasn't getting what I wanted. I've tried summoning simulators online to see what I should expect from this, and I'd often see that I would get about 8 of the same characters, so I was really hoping for that. I thought that was kind of normal. It wasn't until probably my last 300 orbs that it finally came around, and I got 5 Roys total at that point. And I was feeling a little bit better. Still kind of underwhelmed, but at least it's not like 1 or 2 Roys total. And actually, when I ran out of orbs, I went and grinded a few more orbs until I had 17, so I could at least summon 4 out of 5. And yeah, after I had ran out of orbs and gotten more, I got another Roy. It was the most clutchest Roy. Also, most of these Roys I've gotten were minus attack. Even though it doesn't matter when you merge them at this point, it was so stupid that I felt so bad I kept getting minus attacks, but I think the second to last one I got was a neutral IV Roy, and I think the very last one I got actually had plus attack, so at least I got my plus attack Roy, and that's all that matters. And it's actually kind of crazy that I ended up getting more Roys than any other character, because out of the first 8 red 5-star units I got, I only had 1 Roy. And then I switched it around and ended up getting more Roys than anything else. Alright, so at the very end of all this, I got 2 Gunthras, 1 Surtur, 4, I got 4 female Corins, 1 Robin, 5 Micaiahs, 6 Hrids, and lastly I ended up with 7 Roys. It's not a lot, but still good to make a pretty dang good Roy in my opinion. The 6 Hrids put me in kind of an internal conflict. I don't really care much for cavalry units, but I had enough to make a +5, but then again, that's a lot of distant counter fodder. Distant counter is so hard to get. So I think having 6 distant counters is better. Having 6 distant counters might be better than having a +5. So I mean, obviously I would use him, but I mean, I think I'd rather have that distant counter to work on other builds. And I even gave I made a Corin +3, and I gave her distant counter. So, and the 5 Micaiahs are pretty cool too. I plan on having her in my main squad probably. She's got super high attack for a dancer. All right, so there you go. I didn't think I'd actually be able to voiceover throughout the entire video, but I really did speed things up. Like I said, it's like somewhere between an hour and 2 hours that it took me to summon all those guys. I'm pretty pleased with the outcome. I'm happy I at least got a +6. I would prefer a +10, but you know, I'm stuck with what I got now, so I might as well try to be happy with it. And yeah, I kind of like my other builds too. It's kind of strange that out of the few green orbs that I pulled, I actually managed to get, what did I get, like 7 or 8 green 5-stars from very few green. I guess green might just be easier to pull from, I don't know. But yeah, what do you guys think? Hope y'all enjoyed the video, and hope you will also consider subscribing like I've already asked you to do. Like I said, it's my birthday, so, well, March 3rd is my birthday, so if you're watching this on the March 4th, then don't subscribe, I guess. Alright, bye.